That tongue doodle.
You merely created the symbiote. I was formed by it, molded by it. I didn't see Peter Parker until I was a fully formed symbiote, but it was too late.
Welcome to Secret Identity. I'm your host, Troy Bond. Before we get started, on behalf of me and our two co-hosts, Mr. Brent Birnbaum.
Hello.
And Lady Slater. And thank you to our 30,000 subscribers on YouTube, our true believers, and everybody who's following along on Spotify and Apple. Brent and I started this a little over a year ago, and we really just wanted to talk comic books with each other and find a way to make money off of it. We've done one part successfully. Second part, it doesn't even matter to me.
Yeah, we're losing money.
We're losing so much money. You see this tapestry? You think that was cheap?
That was 4 episodes.
Do you know how much Slater costs per hour? Do you have any idea what she's doing to the budget?
I eat instant ramen every night.
Every night, and the only thing instant has been the gratification we've gotten from you guys. So thank you.
Thank you.
And we have looped around and done a bunch of different types of, we've done movies, we've done books, but we're centering back in today. We're doubling down and doing Venom 2003 by Daniel Way. We have the third of the Venom movies coming out at the end of the month, which I like.
Oh, yeah. No, we've said before, the Venom movies are fun.
Fun movies.
Well, Tom Hardy. Yeah, Tom Hardy. How could you not? Like
Daddy Tom.
Yeah, Daddy Tommy. Ooh, Tommy Daddy.
He finally got his villain.
Of course.
Of course. And
I could control the symbiote.
yeah, the Andy Serkis nailed it with the sequel to that one, just getting in, doing a love story buddy cop.
Dude, that movie was awesome.
And I know people hated the Carnage thing and him Venom eating him, but like that doesn't necessarily mean he kills him.
No.
How many times has Venom eaten Carnage in the comics?
All the time.
And there's so many. Venom is either always evil or he's a lethal protector. And this book,
So slightly less evil.
slightly less evil.
He's not vegan.
Bit of a gray line. Yeah, he's not vegan. Milk and eggs, bitch brains. Hey, I love brains. What could you tell us? Because you can explain it better than I can, even though one of my most viral videos is me talking about Venom. Mm-hmm. Slater asked me earlier about the character, and I said, well, let me go to my Jedi Master about Venom. What can you tell us about Venom? And I thought I saw this book as a sort of departure from the character. It's when you said it was Jaws. This is a mystery book.
It is.
This run of Daniel Way's. It's a mystery, and then like the ending is very much like you can sort of place it in universe anywhere because it's a lot of build up, and then the ending is just kind of like, oh, that was it. But then you're like, okay, well, I guess he's just gonna swing away.
Yeah, dude, I turned the page and I was like, what the fuck? That's it?
It's a great book. It's a terrible ending.
Terrible.
We'll get to it. It's a really bad ending.
I almost apologize to you guys over text, being like, I'm sorry.
I did so much research to see, like, it led to nothing.
I was like, this is the last
we never see Bob again.
Bob is the twins.
The twins we never see again.
No, but they're like freaking quintuplets times 50.
Yeah, it was. I said this, she didn't know what this is. I said this book. I realized I liked it because it reminded me of Invader Zim.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, great show.
Thank you.
Oh, great reference. Div.
Yes, Div and Gur.
Div and Gur. Div was the man.
Sorry, what could you tell us about Venom?
There's so much to tell about Venom, and Venom is one of the coolest characters in comic books.
One of the best.
So great. Venom was originally, he started out with the alien symbiote, which debuted in Secret Wars. The 80s storyline, which we've talked about, is stupid, but this...
that might be our last legacy one we have to get to.
Yeah. Well, okay, we're going to do 2015 Secret Wars, though, right? Not
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we can do 80s. We can do
it in comparson.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an idea, man.
Tickle my fancy.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Secret Wars was late 80s, and then it was McFarlane who gave him his first run?
Yeah, so the black suit debuted on Spider-Man in Secret Wars, which you correctly pointed out to that heckler. And
that video lives in infamy.
Guys, I'll never have to buy a single piece of black Spider-Man merch again.
That was a woman?
It was a woman.
I thought that was a man.
Initially heckled me, and then a man who
jumped
in.
Okay.
So I mansplained.
She transitioned mid-heckle. She was so pissed. She's like, he doesn't understand.
Maybe if I speak to him with a penis.
Then he will listen. Yes, oui, oui.
A little je ne sais pas.
Suck my dick.
But he Why did he take off as a villain of Spider-Man? When was it McFarlane? Was it the writing? Was it his antithesis to Spider-Man?
It was a combination. So because this costume was so interesting in itself, it's revealed that the costume was an alien symbiote that Reed captures, and the symbiote loves Spider-Man. It's there's a point where it tries to forcibly bond to Peter. Peter is willing to kill himself to take them both out, and the symbiote actually saves Peter. The symbiote likes Peter more than Eddie.
And that's sort of his whole thing with Peter, right? Like it's like an ex-girlfriend. Even in this book, he's like, we don't know when we're gonna kill you. It might not ever happen, but we're not gonna let you die a hero because you broke our heart.
And I think it's what you say. I think Todd McFarlane is the guy who made Venom awesome. He's the artist that created Venom, and he took the black suited Spider-Man, which was very thin, very lean, kind of how he looks when Topher Grace is playing him
incorrectly.
I don't
know if he played him incorrectly. He got wrong direction.
It's not even like the roles that dude gets is like good ones, but like he makes it that bad because of how bad he is.
Who wanted to see Eric Foreman in that role?
Yeah, he just never gets laid in any TV show or movie.
Well, that I can relate to. There's so many cool Venom books, and he was really written as this antithesis to Spider-Man. He was big. He was vicious.
He's got his powers. Peter can never sense him.
And there were two.
And not a threat to him.
And
so he just was created by McFarlane out of nowhere.
Well, there was a writer too. Honestly, I forget it, but it was taking the black suit and creating a new villain because you have the symbiote, and then you have Eddie. And Eddie is a guy who's been spurned by Spider-Man. He was a reporter, and
I'm a reporter.
That they got right in the movie.
I'm a reporter, but he wasn't like Ben Urich. He didn't check his sources, and Spider-man basically exposed him accidentally.
Well,
his career was ruined.
Source today makes sense.
Oh,
exactly.
Can't trust the media. Get out of the kitchen, kid.
Ooh, it's hot on this computer. Your hard drive is overflowing.
Sizzle Slater.
Slater rant. That was one thing they got right in the Raimi movies, and they updated really well in the Tom Hardy movie, I thought.
Yes.
Which was really good.
Absolutely.
Either way, he loses credibility. That's Eddie Brock's central theme that Peter Parker's never really questioned. The only person who questions Spider-Man's credibility is Jameson. Brock and the symbiote both sort of have the same beef with Peter. And that's why they bond so well, probably. That's probably why they bond, is they're over what they hate the most.
It's why they Troy Bond.
It's
over what they hate the most. That makes sense.
Yeah, whip it. What else stands out to you about Venom? What am I missing? Because he's just so. I made you guys watch
what is the Eddie Brock backstory though? Like,
please tell us.
Sorry, I
no worries.
But I don't want.
No, I want us to cover.
I don't want to spew bullshit.
Right,
I'm ready.
Will you cover some?
Give us that tongue, Brent.
Yeah, give us tongue punch my fart box.
Talk. Yes. I'm ready.
To know about Venom. Where's he from?
We're standing.
Eddie Brock. What's his credentials?
We're standing amidst Eddie's achievements.
Not yours.
Not yours.
We are standing here amongst our achievements. Not yours. CGI.
Not yours.
Yes.
Not wrong.
Pushing this performance.
Hermione.
Yeah.
When did Brock come to the scene?
He debuted in '89, so he in Amazing Spider-Man 299. And we get his origin in Amazing Spider-Man 300. So Eddie Brock was a reporter for the Daily Globe, which was or something like that. I think that was the name of the paper. Rival of the Daily Bugle. He's interviewing this guy named Sin Eater, who's a serial killer who killed Captain Jean DeWolf, who's one of the more famous allies of Spider-Man. And so Eddie is interviewing who he thinks is the real Sin Eater, and he publishes a tell-all story, and then Spider-Man catches the real Sin Eater. The guy that Eddie was interviewing was just a confessor, just like what's that term? Like
he was a poser.
He was like a poser, yeah.
Fucking loser.
When they're I know what you mean.
Imposter.
Imposter. He was an imposter.
They nailed it in the PS1 Spider-Man game.
Yeah. And so instead of taking accountability for not checking his sources, he just blames Spider-Man. He goes to a church. He's furious. He's blaming Spider-Man for all his failings. Yeah, exactly. I've never been to church, but I'm assuming that.
Take me to church.
I am furious at the synagogue. I'll tell you what.
And I'm gassed about it. And when he's there, is that when Peter's trying to take the symbiote off for the first time?
So the symbiote has already been off. He's been staying at the church, and
it was crawling up there.
It's just been hanging out there.
Exactly. Venom's trying to get in here right now.
And as the symbiote comes down, Eddie gains all the symbiote's memories. He learns that Spidey is Peter Parker, goes to his house. Peter's not there, but MJ is, and he attacks her. And MJ is so freaked out by the attack that she makes Peter ditch the black suit. She's like, "You can't wear this anymore."
And Black Widow made him one out of cloth, and then that's why he got to don one for a while. Question:
Black Widow or Black Cat?
Black Cat. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, thank you.
I love when you know you're right. You ask it in a question just in case.
He does.
But he knows anyway.
Speak to the
He's like,
Don.
you mean this, right?
Do you think this was in any response to?
That's so great.
Do you think that is how he
It's so
does it?
polite. Like,
I know
would be
too,
like,
I know in the
no,
pause.
bitch, that's not it.
Do you think this was in response to, because when Batman 89 came out, everything for Batman and DC took that direction of darkness. Do you think this was a response to, this was Marvel's response to that? Because Spider-Man didn't really have, and there was no real darkness in Marvel up to this point, and Spider-Man is their Batman. Do you think this was the response to that?
I think it was just the 90s in general. I think McFarlane was hungry for darkness. I mean,
that's the same decade as Spawn,
and
right?
that's why he left Marvel, because he didn't own Venom. So he's like, you know what? I'm doing my own thing. Goes over to Image, creates Spawn, which is one of the more iconic characters now in modern day comics.
Owns it.
That's
Owns
one
it.
of our ones on our list, right?
Yeah, it's down there. Yeah, it's a little down.
We'll see how this one
We'll see.
does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Spawn Smith.
I tried watching the HBO show, and I'm like, this is dense.
Yeah, I was like, let me see if we can do a more dense one.
Yeah.
Well, like
Harvey
I picked this because Harvey Dent's. Yeah, this is a Harvey Dent's book. I'm just gonna warn everybody. But like it's fulfilling and it's not. It's kind of.
I actually didn't think it was that dense. I liked the writing. My issue with this was actually surprisingly the art.
Really? See, that's what I found refreshing. But at times I thought it mature.
Yeah.
Like at times it didn't blend.
I couldn't tell what I was looking at in some of the frames. Not gonna lie.
I feel bad for shitting on artists. I just
blended.
didn't like Francisco Herrera's style. It felt more suited to Mad Magazine than like a horror. Like
What was the one, Max? Was that a publisher?
oh, the Max,
Yeah.
Maxim?
The one that
the giant like
Punisher,
bunny with the teeth.
I get the Punisher book.
That
was
one.
under that umbrella.
Yeah.
Of like Marvel, but like a different. It's
but
so
different
like,
artists though. Like
different artists,
yeah.
but like I think that may have been Daniel because he wrote a Logan omnibus that I really loved, but I never
and Hitmonkey.
and Hitmonkey, but like his stuff is always like that. Like it's very in universe, and I like how he uses his writer for the same run. It continues. Like you're always asking, how do you know where does a story fit in? Where does this fit in the continuity? I always find if the artist and the writer have a good relationship, it could seamlessly blend in anywhere, and this felt like one of those stories.
Totally.
Yeah.
If you add in the Jaws element and you add in they dropped in Spider-Man enough times. The only thing that didn't jive with me was the FF.
Yes, I thought
It was weird. Wolverine, obviously fine. We're at a
the
bar.
Wolverine. That was my favorite part.
That was my favorite
And
part.
I like that art. That was the run storyline with Wolverine and Paco Medina. I think was the artist on that one.
Yeah.
I like that art a lot.
What are our 4 arcs we're breaking down?
Yeah,
in this
or should I
book?
do the characters?
Give us the characters.
Let's do the
first.
characters.
You give us your whole breakdown. Didn't he answer your Venom-related questions, by the way?
Yeah.
Backstory of Eddie Brock, yeah, and so he has like a blood libel with Spider-Man. He doesn't view himself as a villain. He views himself as an anti-hero who hates Spider-Man. That's why I think they eventually wrote Carnage, who is more of just a traditional
Venom
evil
is
villain.
Carnage's dad?
Yes,
Yeah.
and Carnage's dad is Toxin.
Right. And they all are...
I need
they
a
worship the
fucking
god Null.
roster.
No, that's a new one. Null came out in like 2018.
Yeah, I think that was after King in Black.
Yeah, and he's the one who also is the one behind Gore.
Yes,
Yeah.
King in Black to help you to take Carnage. Carnage stuff just gets so evil sometimes that like I can't.
It's a gratuitous.
It's gratuitous, and Venom always has he's got that light in him.
Yeah,
you know,
he's funny.
He's funny, and he also Peter
He's funny
steps.
and he's horny and he
He's
loves
funny,
himself.
he's horny,
Yeah.
he's hungry, and Peter,
I can relate.
You can relate to that.
well, that's how I picked it. This book
He's my
reminds me of
favorite
Slater.
character.
Peter,
I was like, Slater, can we do a podcast? He's like, I can't. I'm too hungry and horny right now.
I need to be fueled and I also need to excrete.
Yeah.
I need an empty envelope. You don't understand.
We got a bunch of characters. First, obviously, we have Venom, Eddie Brock, the original host of the Venom symbiote. He doesn't really appear till halfway through, though.
And then he was like, "What are we doing?
loved him.
I want to kill him too."
That's it's
Yeah,
the
I know.
fucking flirty
That's
in
the
me.
best.
I love
That's
it.
the
It's great.
The wee thing's so
That's
good.
why it didn't work in
And it
Spider
drives
3.
Peter crazy.
And it drives him insane.
Oh my god, I like it. It's
Yeah.
a turn on. All right, continue.
Next, we have Patricia Robertson. So she's a lieutenant caught up in the chaos of the symbiote experiment who becomes a host for the new Venom symbiote. She's essentially the main character of this.
Takes you a minute to realize. That.
Yeah, she's kind of like the Sheriff Brody of this, the point of view character.
Yes, yeah.
It wasn't me. It was Patricia.
Patricia?
Patricia Robertson.
yeah, you're like, where's Eddie in this? And it's kind of like The Thing and Jaws and a Spider-Man movie wrapped into one thing.
Yeah.
You're talking about Jaws, like the shark movie?
Yeah,
Is that what
because-
we're- Oh, okay.
because,
I was like,
yeah,
why
you-
do you keep saying that?
Well, because you don't. Because it's almost like Venom is like a monster that you're tracking for so much of this, whereas like rather than a character in and of itself.
Oh,
Yeah.
Venom.
And The Thing,
Venom.
when they're all trapped in there. And
Venom.
Nah! They have the same mouth.
Yeah. Bullet Bill and Venom.
Jaws and
Oh,
Venom.
and Jaws.
Yeah.
What else we got?
We got the symbiote clone. So the symbiote that we think we're following is Eddie's symbiote, but it's not. It's this clone that they created, a dangerous government clone created of the Venom symbiote that becomes central to the conflict, created by the mysterious Bob.
Dude,
Who we've
should
never
just
seen
be,
before,
like,
never seen again.
Yeah, it's just
B.O.B..
going down.
And I wanted to
laps.
follow, dude. I like Bob as a
I thought
character.
it was Fisk for the first time.
I thought it was
read
Fisk too when
And
they
I was
first
like,
showed
oh,
him.
that's cool. And then the fact that it was Bob, I was like, all right, I like stories that
Bob
are
can get
self-contained.
down.
Yeah,
I like a jump on a grenade story. You start it, you finish it, and you go, okay, this is just canon is whatever you want to live in your head, in my opinion, and that's why I like this.
But it just ends on a cliffhanger, and he looks
Yeah.
like Andy Reid, the
Now we
coach of the
wait.
Chiefs.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, dude. Sports.
Sports. Let's go, Mets.
We're not full nerd.
Venom. The suit, a government agent tasked with capturing Venom and the symbiote clone. In actuality, he's a series of small, intelligent robots given shape by Nick Fury. His goal is to stop Bob.
Are those like the other little fuckers?
nanobots.
That-
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Same
White
thing
Nick Fury.
or
Right.
different?
It's
White,
different.
yeah,
Well, they
David
all make up
Hasselhoff,
one
Nick
thing.
Fury.
Yeah, David Hasselhoff, Nick Fury. Oh my god, I forgot he was Nick Fury.
What?
Yeah,
Hasselhoff.
like in the 90s.
Oh
They did a string
my.
of really shitty movies in the 90s. They did the Roger Corman Fantastic Four. They did the Nick Fury Marvel movie. There's another
Captain
one.
America, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh my god, the Captain America one was so bad. You would think that was from the 40s.
That's crazy. Hasselhoff be fucking in shit
I think that
randomly.
might-
You're like, what the fuck? Like
Daddy
in
David.
dodgeball, remember he was the coach?
Oh, the German team.
And they're like, we love David Hasselhoff.
in Germany.
And
they
all
love
like-
him in German. Sie als Schwein.
Yeah.
Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
That's got to be a German name.
Fred
Yeah.
Skull must love him.
Yeah, you see him at any of the rallies?
Yeah, I saw him at Waffle House. We are always open.
Then yeah, here's your family. I know that's Olive Garden.
When you're at Waffle House, you wrong!
Better people, better ingredients.
Not Waffle House.
Not Papa
Sit down,
John.
we don't care if you ordered the pecan waffle.
There are the pancakes.
Eat the tuna, Robertson. Eat it.
tell me what's out.
Who, after Robertson, we got the twins, or you said the suit,
And then Bob.
Bob.
So he's the mastermind behind the creation of the symbiote clone, involved in the government project to weaponize it.
He's above Fury somehow.
Yeah, he's somehow above Fury. He's of the same race
He's
as the
above
suit,
everything,
so he's
apparently.
made of all these little robots.
He's
Yeah.
he's the nanobots.
Yeah, exactly. Then we have Wolverine, so the famed mutant who comes upon the symbiote by accident, and it's awesome, by accident in
It was
Canada.
kind of like his first appearance, it felt like, with Hulk.
Yeah.
That's what this reminded me a lot of. And also,
Wolverine's?
yeah.
Oh my god,
Wolverine's
I did
first-
not know. I
he
had
was
no
gonna
idea
appear?
going in. What
Did
was
you
gonna
know it was
happen.
him at the bar when he goes?
Yes,
yeah, yes, you knew that.
He's always at a bar.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you
Yeah.
guys because that was my favorite part of the
That
book,
was
too.
so good. And I
was
was
the
like,
best
this is fucking Wolverine right now.
It's so cool.
And
And,
he
the
comes
fact that
in
he
with the-
bonds.
And he knows
Yeah.
immediately. He goes, "You're not Eddie.
You're not Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
He could smell him.
He could smell him.
Yeah, yep. And he's like, look at you, you sad little man with your little
Yeah.
knives.
Then the best part is when he breaks out and he goes, well, old man, better get moving. Closest bar is 100 miles from here.
So
And that's
good.
fucking Logan.
And
That's
then-
Logan.
There.
And then that cuts to his next entry to another thing. Like
Well,
he's
whatever
always,
he's doing. Logan's
Yeah.
side quests are like childish Gambino, man. He is bar none.
It
He's
was
Neil
Bob's
Patrick
bar.
Harris in Harold and Kumar. He'll go where
Yes.
God takes him.
And-
He should have been at Bob's bar though. It was Bob's bar.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
a little
that's
play
the-
on
Everything
Oh,
was
Bob's Bar, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh my God, Louise, you cannot bond with the symbiote again. Jesus Christ, I love you, but you are the worst."
You have a symbiote addiction.
Louise. Oh, Bob, what's happening? Is that Eddie Brock out there? Oh, get back inside. Oh,
I
God.
told you not to go outside.
Oh, God.
Are we not saying phrasing anymore?
Are we not saying, Cyril? You are figuratively killing me. Never saw Archer.
I know. I saw like bits of it.
M as in Mancy.
Oh, and FF.
And Frankie Vick, the twin scientist aiding Bob.
Frankie.
Yeah.
The clone.
Frankie and
The
Vicky.
clones, yeah.
That
A
sounds
lot
like
of cloning in this book.
A lot of clones.
This is
Yeah.
after Attack of the Clones, so I guess clones were just made.
clones are on the brain.
three.
Year after, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
This is-
right.
I maybe like this because it reminds me so much of my childhood, but like this was like what comics were at the time.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. But it's weird that the girls were Vicky and Frankie. That literally sounds like Sopranos. Like,
Oh yeah, it does sound like
part of something, not who they are. They were hot though, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah, in Star Wars, there's one female clone, and her name is Omega.
They're like, we can only have one other girl here.
Well, there's a trans
and
clone
she
right now, and
is the
everyone's
Omega.
losing their shit online.
Wait, what's up?
There's a transgender clone trooper, and everyone's losing their shit. Well, I mean, same people who like hated on the Acolyte and shit on the Joker are also losing their minds that there's a trans clone.
the people that got angry at us for saying it was cool that Morph was non-binary.
Yeah, or that Spider-Gwen
How
was
could
trans.
you be like a stormtrooper?
No, clone trooper.
Oh, never mind.
Stormtroopers, I mean, either one
Stormtrooper.
could be trans.
I was like, you can't tell under there. It could be anybody, for all you know.
That's it.
It's
Everybody-
fucking Eddie Murphy under there.
Hercules! Open the blast doors! Close the blast doors! Shrek! We gotta close the blast doors. I heard, what do you think is going on? Is it a drill? Yes, baby, it's another drill. What was that? Nothing. Don't worry about it. You see that new T-47? Yes, Hercules. We should go check that out. Who's Darth Vader fighting over there? Obi-Wan Kenobi. Are these the droids we're looking for? Shrek, I think these might be the droids we're looking for right here. No, he waved his hands and said, these are not the droids we're looking for. And
You're a donkey.
Move along, there's a lot of traffic. Donkey! We got a story to do. What other characters we working on, Donkey?
Shrek, I'm a stormtrooper now.
That's what I'm telling you. You ain't ladies' underwear. Why don't you get in my car? It's 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm giving you a ride, baby. I'm just giving you a ride. I'm being a good Samaritan, giving you a ride
You want this
at 4 a.m. Looking
You
for
want
something to
me
read. If it happened today, I'd be a hero. Back then, I had to be a good Samaritan.
Oh yeah,
And in
I
the
got that
morning,
reference.
We're making muffins.
We got Spidey.
And Spider-Man, he's sort of the least
Spider-Man.
important character.
Yeah, he's just
But
a-
I do love that he values Eddie's life. He won't let anyone kill him. But he does say, look, if you keep getting in my way, I won't do it, but I'll let someone else do it.
Yeah, I'm fucking sick of saving you, Eddie.
Yeah, which we all get to that point.
Yeah.
And he's very naked early on, and he gets
He's naked and afraid.
He's naked and afraid, and he gets his shit rocked very early on, almost to like Civil War levels.
Yeah.
In this book, but what? Give us our 4 arcs.
And then the Fantastic Four, but
they're
they're
there because they couldn't figure out how to get Spider-Man.
Whenever something is getting fucked up, you know Reed Richards is somehow
Has to fuck it
involved.
up
Yeah.
more. Reed never makes a mistake, Richards.
Oh my
Reed always
gosh.
makes his wife come,
He's
Richards.
such a dick.
I have an idea.
I have an idea. Well, don't, Reed. Don't. For 5 minutes, let the NYPD just...
Trust me.
Reed, stop. Stop it, Richards. Reed, wait. Hold on, Reed. Reed, put the dimensional cable away for a minute.
Here, drink this urine. That actually happens in the comics. He turns his own urine into water and he gives it to Johnny.
Like he's reverse Jesus.
Yeah, he's like, Johnny, what's this taste like? And Johnny's like, I don't know. Water. He goes, it's piss.
He goes, I got you.
Yeah, man, a golden shower.
I want you to do this. I'll also fuck your sister on the regular.
Side
You want a
note,
brown shower.
the Venture Bros is the best adaptation of the Fantastic Four because they're all just terrible at it.
That's a very kind of line where you're like, you're really crude to how you talk to your fellow men. And he goes, and women. So listen, broad.
Oh yeah, that was a fucking shower.
Get out of here, you slut.
That was the last. This is
Listen to me, baby.
I don't chew my cabbage twice. And we ain't got no women in the military. It's 03. We're serious about Afghanistan.
Cabbage night.
We told
I'm
you
a
not to-
man's man,
I'm a man's
and I
man.
like a man down there if you get my drift.
Man down.
Yeah, like
I'm a medic.
I get your drift.
Like, somebody say,
I like bend over right now.
who wants to bond to Johnny Depp?
It's a
Like,
man's
oh my
world every
God,
day
like
in
Nick
my world.
Fury.
Did somebody say Dick Fury? I meant my dick is Fury.
Yo, did someone say sploosh?
Because I'm a sploosh. Never gets old.
Splish splash.
Most of our listeners, but splish splash, I was taking a bath. Brent was breaking this
The
podcast
Shiver.
is like us holding Brent with a gun. Being like,
Do it!
do it, bring it down.
Do it now.
This is the intro to the book.
This is the intro, yeah. So this is where we meet
what
Patricia
issues are
Robertson.
this, by the way, should
This
we
is
say?
1 through 5.
1 through 5, and it's altogether 1 through 18. Venom,
Yes.
Daniel Way. It's on the Marvel Unlimited app.
This is where I didn't like the
Just
art.
want to follow. Yes. Why, so tell us why.
Well, it just looked like Mad Magazine. It looked like something that would like star Alfred E. Newman. And I hate shitting on artists because
Buttigieg.
I think because I like the art outside of the story, but it was supposed to be a horror, and it felt very silly.
Great point. I didn't think of it that way. The whole time I was reading it, I was like, man, I wish this was like an hour and a half Adult Swim cartoon that came on of its time. It would have been praised to like Mask of Phantasm levels. But you're right, I guess, with the art not matching with the story. But the story is just...
The story took me to such a place that I kind of didn't even notice the art as much in this one.
Well, that's a
be
testament to the
honest.
story.
Yeah. And
Like I was like rereading shit. I
have
was
to,
like,
because there's
hang
so
on a
much
second.
time
Because then
jumping.
there's there's like thoughts, words, words that
There
are
are two
thoughts,
Bobs.
words that
There's
are
two
lives.
Bobs. There's so many characters.
There's a lot of clones. There's a lot of Carly things. There's
Lot
two
of-
Venoms, apparently. I got very confused in
There
the
were
middle.
two Venoms.
Well, they look the same too.
Yeah, well, one's
Identical.
like a weird, like, navy blue, though, almost.
That's Eddie Brock's Venom.
Okay, so is
Yeah.
that how they were?
Or maybe that's the baby blue one.
Is that... Yeah, I don't know.
The blue one is the blue one.
Oh, no, that's that one. But also,
Or as Tracy
exactly
Morgan would
that.
say,
It's the blue dude.
You're wrong, but
Why
you're
y'all
right.
say that blue man? Why you ain't got no feet blue
Bitch, I'm
symbiote?
colorblind.
I am a symbiote.
Everything. RGB.
I think we got it.
Yeah.
I think we got it.
Wrap
Welcome
that
back.
up and sell it.
My name is Tracy Jordan. I'm bringing the black back to Spider-Man. Very proud, like Peacock, baby.
The price
that
is
right,
right,
Shannon,
and
my
the water
man?
is warm.
It's the power of the peacock.
So
anyway,
So
Shiver.
there was a lot of
Shiver.
Sorry, Shiver.
So we meet Patricia Robertson, who discovers a research base in the Arctic has been decimated, save for one survivor. So she brings that survivor back to her military base.
Classic mistake.
But scientists survived.
Yes.
Doggy gets fucking venomized.
Doggy gets venomized. The symbiote
Isaiah,
proceeds
what was his
to
name?
What?
What's his name?
Ivan.
Dog's name?
Yeah, Ivan.
Yeah.
Ivan.
This is another thing.
Oh, Yvonne.
Evil. Oh, that is a French ass name. So the
Break it
symbiote
down.
proceeds to kill all the members of her military base and nearly kills Patricia, but she's saved by a mysterious man in a suit. She learns that the scientist was one of a team experimenting on the symbiote, but it escaped. And so while Patricia and the suit attempt to kill the symbiote, it escapes. It kills the scientist. Meanwhile, the symbiote's also being pursued by these two beautiful geneticists, Vic and Frankie, who plan to harness its power. They work for the mysterious Bob, but before Patricia and the suit can kill the symbiote, it escapes to Canada.
As
Canada.
most do.
Yeah, as most do.
Yeah.
As many
To escape the draft.
They're like
Yeah, that was Shiver.
Yeah.
And then after Shiver, we get the gold arc.
Then we get Run.
Yes.
Then we get the best part of the best damn arc in this.
Yeah, that's where.
I mean, I think that was so cool about this is the thing you didn't think was going to happen happens, and they did it so well.
Yeah.
and it's a perfectly contained little story. Like if I was getting this off the rack every month, I'd be very happy with how this ended.
I would be very happy exactly with just reading issues 6 through 10, and that's it.
Yeah. Each can stand on their own, pretty much. Except for
That's
the
a good
last
point.
one, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Just because it is such a cliffhanger, but we'll get into it.
yeah. So what happens in Run?
digress.
So in Run, the symbiote ends up in the Canadian town of Voici, where it's pursued by Frankie and Vic.
No Canadian superheroes I can think of. Continue.
Frankie and Vic, they blend right in.
Oh, yeah. What are you talking about? The twins just begin killing members of the town to draw out the symbiote from hiding. Wolverine, who also happens to be in the town, is just like, what are you doing? Stop killing innocents.
Logan just always.
Hey,
there.
what's going on? I know everyone's always shitting on him, and he's just down and out, and he's
He's
like,
at a
"All
bar
right,
somewhere."
old man."
He's like, give me a reason.
Just give me a
yeah,
reason, Bob. I'm the
Yeah,
best.
he's
person.
like,
What
I
do
just had a-
is shit myself. In public.
What I do is get blue balls.
I just had a whole handle of whiskey, and two hot broads came in. Something's wrong.
Something's going on.
At
Bob.
Bob's bar, Bob.
Things are going a little too good for you.
I've actually never been into Gene. I've been into Scott.
Why is this guy ordering water?
Yeah, like I get where he's coming from in that.
I've been coming.
Yo, I want to fuck Scott Summers. Did I say that? I meant Scott Summers.
I want to get into his jeans until I'm gray.
Dun-dum, dun-dum, dun-dum.
Dun-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Dun-dum.
What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object here, Brent?
They fight.
They fight.
They fight. And so the symbiote takes an interest in Wolverine because of his healing powers. Because the symbiote's like, this is the perfect host. Like, he can't die, so
And
I will just
Wolverine
live
also knows
forever.
It's not.
He knows it's not Eddie immediately.
I like that because it shows shared history between the two characters, and you go at first. Well, he knows him because he smells him, but it's really he just knows.
Yeah.
Like if you were wearing a Spider-Man costume and you were like, and you're like, "Hi, I'm Slater." I'm like, "You're not Slater."
Yeah,
know
you
what
feel
Slater
it. You
sounds
feel
like.
it in your
Because of
plums.
the history, yeah.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
you walk up to somebody down the street and go, "Hi, I'm Slater," they may not know.
Call me, tell me I'm Slater.
Call
me
me by your
Slater.
name.
I get paid every time I say Slater. The $5
Let the
I
boy watch.
90% of our revenue goes to Slater.
Slater and her
God.
feet. SlaterTots.com.
Okay,
Me and Beyonce.
okay.
SlaterTots.com.
Her feet are okay,
They're
all
great
right.
pickies.
Frankly, they need a manicure.
This little piggy, you
Okay.
get a ride
You
to
can
the
donate-
market.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Donate at Feet Finder, okay?
Venom!
What else happens in Run?
Yeah, so the suit attacks Wolverine. Frankie and Vic capture Patricia because they want to learn more information about what's going on. Who the suit, the agent guys
people going after the symbiote
exactly.
now. That confuses things.
Yeah, it does. They don't dress up much unless there's trouble.
Miscommunication.
And also, they end up like taking off their wigs, and so they look the same.
Look like my auntie.
Yeah. Both your aunties.
Yeah. Do we ever see these twins again?
No.
These are another ones.
We never see them again.
Dropped out.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why it was like so confusing at the end of whatever issue that was, where they like Frankie dies or Vicky dies, one of them dies, and then it cuts to the Venom like going into where Robertson was.
Oh, at the end.
And then the next page though, it's like the two other girls, and they're like, "We're training for our whole lives." Was that the intro to the clone? Or
That was
it
the
a
intro to the
flashback?
clone because they say in the intro they're like,
I was like, "Is there a page missing?"
yeah,
What
no,
the
it's
fuck?
like the narrator says, and Frankie and Vic show up again.
Yeah, okay.
It was,
Okay, I caught that too.
Yeah, and it was like Rod Serling having an orgasm. Like,
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I was okay. All right.
they're twins.
And
And those twins.
And twins.
two girls, one symbiote. And Wolverine gets bonded to Venom.
He does.
And what happens?
So Frankie and Vic are killed because they're not going to beat an alien symbiote.
But they have their little collar things on.
They do, but they for whatever reason they can't control it. So the suit goes, "All right, Patricia, I'm going to shave your head. I'm going to give you the collar.
Now you look
You're
just
gonna
like them. You're a triplet now. Act like it.
twits."
Yeah, vendetta.
Patricia, they actually managed to save Wolverine. They use a booby trap.
Booby.
I like that he's like, oh, I should have thought of that.
Yeah.
Just gets up and
He's like, I'm going to go get a drink.
and like that's comics.
Yeah, that's just
comics.
Wolverine's like, I got shit to deal with. Magneto's probably doing something.
Wolverine's like always fucking exhausted.
He's
dude.
just like, this is Spider-Man's problem.
But I get it because he's lived forever.
Yeah.
He can't die.
For 200
He's like an alcoholic stepdad that's just like, God damn, they got to be picked up from school already.
was
I
like when,
just dropped him
There you
off.
go.
South Park, Mysterion, I can't die. Instinct, he's so
He's like, I
exhausted.
can't
Captain
even kill
Hindsight.
myself.
Captain Hindsight. Yeah, and then Midbury Crunch.
I don't understand how that's a superpower.
And he was the chosen one.
That was the best twist.
Such a great.
When you think they're talking about
You're fucking kidding me.
So Bob is kind of like Palpatine. He's like, all is proceeding.
Bob the
Everything is
Builder.
proceeding as I have foreseen. And it's
Yeah,
like the end of
he's
Attack of
always-
the Clones, where
Yeah.
he's like, I've good news for you, my lord. War has begun. Very good, Lord Tyranus.
Dude, yeah, anytime someone asks, like, well, that's not really protocol or whatever, and he's like, no, it's fine, we're moving on.
fine.
Next phrase, next
I've
phrase.
actually been working on this for months, and they're like, how does he know? He just knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like,
but-
it's a secret, it's a Bob's.
One Vic clone discovers that that she's a clone. And she
I don't know
yeah.
if you're a clone.
Yeah.
Mahler Brothers, classic.
Mahler Brothers. Oh God, Invincible's gonna be. We got to do Invincible before we do Spawn.
Yes, I agree. I think
better.
we could do the show.
Yeah,
Follow the show's guide to the comic.
I agree.
Because they condensed it really well. You would love Invincible.
Invincible's so good.
Something
Yeah.
with the, I mean, the fact that we got Invincible and the boys at the same time is crazy because they're both
Invincible boys.
incredible deconstructions of the genre.
Totally.
But they don't collide on the same train. I don't have any. It's like about superhero fatigue, and you're not tired of watching it.
The only difference is the Invincible comic book is awesome.
Is great.
The Boys comic book actually
Sucks.
sucks. It's
It's
really
so
bad.
bad.
The show surpasses the comic book so much. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
show
I
ended
feel
up
like if
becoming-
you're reading a comic book and then it's also named The Boys, I wouldn't want to read that.
Well,
in
that's
public.
what happened. Like people. who
I would
love-
read it if it was named April O'Neil. I would read it. That would be very nice.
The boy.
The thing about the boys is like the people who love Homelander didn't realize that the show was making fun of them.
Exactly.
It's making fun of the Trumpies, the alt-righties. They're literally quoting him. It's like George Lucas quoting George Bush with Anakin. If you're not with me, you're my enemy. And you're watching this going, oh, I'm not supposed to like this guy. People don't realize that about Homelander because he's so funny and memeable. And that made him look more like Trump. And people, and there's even an episode where he kills somebody and he realizes, oh, I just did that in front of everybody. They're going to hate me. And then they cheer him and he's like, oh shit, I can be me now.
And when they did the All-Star Superman thing, like the woman's gonna jump.
He tells her to jump. And he
goes-
goes like, no, now you're going to
Yeah.
fucking jump.
He goes, I'm so sick of saving people. Just fucking kill yourself.
Do it, yeah. And he like threatens her off
Do
the
it,
building.
pussy.
Yeah, he does. It was
insane.
But there's Anthony Starr is intense.
Dude, he's so
man.
good. That dude deserves
He
an
would be
Emmy.
a great Mephisto, great
Yeah.
Dracula, and Marvel if they were to adapt him.
Oh, dude, he would have been a good Cable too.
Oh, man, yeah. That one would have tested well with audiences.
Here's the height.
But we are here to discuss
Venom patterns. So we learn the origins of the symbiote that we've been following thus far. And this is where we learn that the symbiote is not Eddie's symbiote. It's something else. So there was a battle between Spidey and Eddie a couple years ago, and the FF intervened.
We finally get Spider-Man.
We finally get Spider-Man, and obviously because Reed intervened, something stupid happened.
Yeah.
Because Reed fucks everything up. So Eddie's...
I didn't know I could have such a visceral reaction to a imaginary character.
Married to him.
And you know who's playing him?
Like
Papa Pascal.
I know. It's gonna be a problem.
That
for
is.
me. Like I don't know if I can watch it.
I think it's gonna be. It might be it's a problem and an opportunity for Pascal because the more we read and the more I used to love Reed Richards.
Yeah.
And then I read The Ultimate and what's he become? The
Maker.
The Maker. And then I was like, oh, I really love this character now. And it's not until you read stories like this or even the new FF run where you're like, Reed's intervention fucks things up. It's like Vision's speech in the Avengers where he's like, the amount of superheroes that come up equal the amount of supervillains that pop up. But like, Pedro, everything he's in, he's always the hero, right? Mandalorian, badass dude comes in, saves the baby, twisted character. Last of Us saves the girl. How's he gonna do this?
It wasn't very heroic what he did there.
True,
But he means well. Every
Yes.
every
He
role
murdered a lot
plays-
of innocents.
that is true.
Yeah, but every role he plays, he has a good intent. You know,
Reed
so
could give
like,
him the opportunity to be both of those characters.
maybe Pedro's gonna come in and be like, "No, I'm going off script."
And that's what makes Reed such a great
Give me
character,
a
though,
surface.
because he is flawed.
Yes.
Like, because he's this genius that kind of only sees things like in a binary, like ones and zeros.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see his relationship with Spider-Man in this because it's always very buddy-buddy, and they were very butting heads in this one. They were not speaking the same language at all. For a guy who discovered the symbiote, for him to not even know Spider-Man is Peter Parker, which I guess...
He's treating him like an open micer.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of ones and zeros, that just reminded me. You know, it was trippy how they like shaved her head and like put the fucking cranium thing in and whatever. Didn't it remind you of the Matrix? It's like literally exactly what it looks like.
It's just
And, like,
after.
I see it now. The person who reminded me more of the Matrix was the agent. I was like, oh, this guy's just Smith.
Oh, well, yeah. So it's kind of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the sunglasses.
Matrix was 99.
Yeah.
Neo's passport was September 11th.
Was it really?
That's the date on the passport.
Wow.
Really?
Someone's got to talk to the Wachowskis.
It's insane. With the Matrix is a Buddhism allegory, and it's an allegory for their transition in many ways. Off topic, but
I was gonna say I can't respond.
Well,
to
comics
that
are
because I'm just gonna
allegorical.
go
I
off
think
on
this
a
is very
fucking
allegorical
rabbit
to a
hole.
post 9/11 world. Seeking out the contagion, stopping it from getting to New York City. Once it's spread, it's there. What do we do? More government intervention just fucks it up more.
And the villain, the villains you think you're fighting are actually the government itself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how I was looping it back around.
Oh yeah, I was following you.
Yes.
And then I was like, I'll do fuck my brother.
I'm gonna put my brother in charge of the Justice Department.
Loop that around. Yeah. We're gonna take down that Sanji and
guy
Kana.
got shot.
You were doing a little circle, a little rim job, huh? There's panels of a bunch of like just Venom and how everything is like. He's like, and I just kept thinking
like
Polly
Beavis.
Walnuts.
It's funny you read it as Polly because I was reading it as Beavis every time you see him like, yeah, right. Yeah, hi Spider-Man. We're gonna kill you one day. We are Venom. Settle down, Eddie. No, I won't settle. Yeah, we hate Jameson. Settle down. Maybe don't fuck up my wife. Yeah, no. There's two of us now. How sexy.
Yeah.
Do you have symbiote? Tell me.
Now we do.
Now we are two. Don't say.
That's why I'm reading it. That's so funny that your whole head or voice in your head is that you're reading it. How'd you read it?
As Batman.
Yeah.
Now
And then I'm reading it as like, yeah. What is sexy? Yeah. What? Like
Anything that touches Peter Parker's pussy is off limits till then.
Yes.
not to the wedding day.
Now we're three. Patricia Robinson looks pretty good. Yeah.
Is that how you treat the love of your
I
life?
like her with the symbiote on.
Otherwise, treat Jada Pinkett a little better, kid.
Oh, you're looking good.
What would you have me do, Alfred?
Jada Pink Toes. Well, I'm
gonna shove my
her
tongue.
veracity.
I'm gonna shove my tongue down
We're all
his
both
throat.
initiated
Yeah,
by the symbiote call.
Well, maybe if you had took the alien's tongue and tried to sell it on the black market, the government could have done something with it.
I like 3 a lot too because it starts answering the questions.
Yes,
because that's
finally.
it. You finally learn where this thing came from. You learn that Eddie's tongue was severed. Some guy just found it, put it on eBay. Frankie, yes, because
You know,
insane.
the
Insane.
Mac, the
Baby,
apple.
I quit my job. Don't worry. I'm very worried.
She's
I
like-
got a tongue.
80-20, baby.
She's like, what? You don't even use your own. I'm lonely in this
Day for
apartment.
this guy.
Half day for Diner Worker 42.
He was like a Venom fanatic, though. Like his little sticker on his MacBook was a Venom apple. I was like,
Was it?
yeah.
Fury had a Spider-Man.
That's
thing
like
on
Ivan the dog. Stupid details. No one cares.
No, I actually like that detail.
I do too.
all right,
I love when there's Spider-Man.
80-20.
Half day for Slater.
Half Day for Slater.
I should say, I don't know if anyone knows this. Slater often reads these books day of recording because it's not like Brett and I where we have them and they're in this our whole life. So Slater downloads all of this moments before we record. So it's always a lot and it's very interesting to hear. She's hearing the book being broken down for the first time. So when you hear her silence, a lot of time it's her understanding stuff. And so when she sees things like dog names or Spider-Man merch, that's a huge win. And I don't know if she gets enough credit for it. I just wanted to point that out.
It's because it's because I've said before, you're Mark Wahlberg and the other guys.
Just let me do my job.
You're studying how to make fun of us.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
Exactly.
I'm a nerd. You gotta let me nerd.
Slater's like, I need to make fun of the nerds. I need to be the nerds.
I'm like a double agent.
Because
honestly. I'm Agent Slater. That is literally
because your zingers against me. I mean, they've gotten very good. I mean, they're
they're
you're
more
good.
poetic.
They're
more synthetic.
Yeah, there's almost an iambic pentameter then. Before it used to just be like,
are you trying to dictionary me up?
It used to just be like, you'd be like, hey, Brett, you're a virgin. You're a virgin, man.
Then it was you're Jewish.
Yeah, you're a wizard. You're a Jewish virgin. You're a wizard, Harry.
And now I'm like, hey, actually, in fact, on page 2, that's not what
Exactly.
Funny. Now, she really is like becoming us, and she hates it because she'll say something. We'll like go to a completely non-nerd related movie. And then she'll be like, "Oh, it's like that thing in the Dark Knight," and she's like, "No, I hate this."
No,
What am I
seriously,
becoming?
I'm becoming you guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel
That's
about
what my
it.
goal was
Are you
for all
guys
of
getting
this.
cooler as a trade-off, or are we all still lame?
I mean, I haven't experienced anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would know it. If,
We both have
if
been
you
going
were
home,
cool.
no ass.
Yeah, you guys are. Yep, I can also confirm that. I was just asking
We
if
have
you
each other.
polite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Form of a Brazzers account.
I've seen this video before.
Let's go, Mets.
BBC takes on.
But actually, let's
go Mets.
Side note: Slater and I are huge Mets fans. So when
So
this
is Peter Parker.
when
Spider-Man is
Spider here because he's from Queens, loves Mike Piazza.
Spider-Man.
Piazza.
So when this comes out, the Mets will either be tied, moving on, or eliminated.
Mike Piazza.
La, 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 la.
Ah.
This
La,
is
la, 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 Venom tongue.
Lindor!
Lindor, give me your chocolate.
If it was, Eddie is out of the loop. I don't know what's going on in this podcast. I don't know nothing about sports. Nothing in Shrek. Nothing. We go to nothing and then 10 and go back to 1. Why add on so many odd numbers? It make me scared.
Not my Pete Alonso! He's a polar bear!
That's Derek Jeter. I know him. I've seen the Tonight Show. He's a very charming man. He's up there. He's just sitting there all pretty. I think he dated J-Lo.
I like it.
That's A-Rod. He had a hell of a
I like
ride
A-Rod
on.
better!
Nothing in Shrek. I can't really do Eddie, but I could just do. What if Mr. T?
You
was
could
That's
do
pretty good, Eddie.
Yeah, no,
the
that's
key's
good.
the laugh. Can you do the laugh?
I can't do
Oh,
that.
okay. No, you got, that was good.
I'm trying to get my Seth Rogen laugh. That was bad.
Yeah, that would be, that's it. I should study that one.
Yeah, we can get it. We can get it. Giggity.
Yeah. Jerry, you gotta get this symbiote off me.
Yeah.
I got the fork, buddy.
Look, you can make your own pizza.
Jerry, I got the symbiote.
You can make your own symbiote.
Yeah, nobody's gonna want to go to a place where you can make your own symbiote alien. I got it, buddy. Yeah. Kramer would be Carnage.
Carnage! Hello!
Yeah, I bonded with this guy, Cletus Cassidy. I'm on no sleep, Jerry. No sleep.
Cramage.
Kramer, what's going on
It's
out
your
there?
Uncle
It's the
Toxin.
symbiote invasion, Jerry. Yeah.
Did you say your uncle's toxic? No, toxic.
Uncle Toxin! Give him a hug.
With the symbiote, Jerry, and it moved. It moved.
It moved?
Now
It's not a big
why
deal.
would it move?
No, it moved, Jeremy. When we are Venom, I don't want to be Venom. I'm George.
Who's this Venom?
And bringing it back.
I'm
Venom.
trying to be
Bringing
Elaine.
it back.
I'll get there.
Still under an hour.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
57.
Yeah.
So Eddie and the,
3 minutes.
fucking levity
We only
to
got
this.
3 minutes to save the pod.
Eddie and the original suit are in the FF's custody. Fury visits Reed and learns about these small robots that Reed discovered. Fury partners with the robots to create the suit because Fury realizes that you can't trust these symbiotes. They're gonna be a problem eventually.
It's just a hoe.
It's just a hoe.
Thinking that. Don't trust.
Hoe. Never trust a symbiote.
Yeah.
Never
Never
trust.
trust.
Well, that's what Fury says. He goes, if you say you got beef, then I'm a vegetarian and I ain't fucking scared of him.
He wants to eat me. Oh!
And Fury gets big dogged in this.
Fury gets big dogged. He gets
one?
big dogged in the next one. But
But
the Agent Smith guy that we've been following, he was created by Fury. He's of the same race as Bob, and we learn kind of Bob's endgame. So apparently, this is where I think it kind of goes a bit off the rails.
I will say before you get into that, this reminded me of Fury having the scrolls in his back pocket in the MCU.
Oh,
like that
good.
Being his plan.
Ooh, good call.
That's what the nanobots reminded me of. And I was like, okay, this is still some Nick Fury shit. He's not just like a bite the grenade and throw it and I don't care who kills. He still always has a plan. And given that it was a dumbass decision, I've decided to ignore it.
Was it him who was on the phone with Reed? And he's like, "Fuck you, Reed."
He was.
That was Fury.
I was like, I feel that.
Yeah, I know.
That's the one where he said to Sue, he was like,
He was the surrogate for the audience.
Yeah, he was like, and I'm nasty to women too. Listen up, broad.
Make me a sandwich. Venom.
Venom. Yeah, so what happened?
Yeah, so we learn about the robots. So apparently the robots were this race that were sent to eradicate the Earth, and they realized, oh, this is a bad plan.
Wasn't that the symbiote's original thing too?
I think Cole wanted, or Noel, whatever the hell his name is. Yeah,
yeah.
he wanted to just wipe out
Take them out.
wipe out the
bots
universe.
wanted to
Yeah,
replace them.
They thought the humans were a disease, and they wanted to destroy them. And the robots were like, "Oh, we're here under false pretenses." They left, but a group of robots stayed. They didn't realize that they were supposed to go back. They became Bob. So Bob realized, oh, the symbiote, that's the best way to take out humanity. So he clones the Venom symbiote. So the symbiote we've been following is not the Venom symbiote. It's something new.
We don't get a name for that one, right?
We don't get it. It's eventually they name it Mania in the comics, but it's unnamed now. So we can call it Mania for the sake of clarification. So the big climate. So 3 kind of ends with Patricia's in New York, and she's
where?
She's at. Now
In
that's
New
New York. Start spreading the news.
Guy's selling an alien tongue online. The second he finds it,
That's New. Patricia's like, I gotta stop Eddie, but first I gotta catch the New York Mets.
Catch the Mets.
I gotta see Lindor.
We have to keep this thing from spreading. Time to go to a city populated of 8 million people. New York.
New York.
I'm gonna get
And they go to Kennedy
chlamydia on
Airport.
my
It's the worst
way.
fucking airport in New York.
Yes.
You
Please
won't want
add
to shoot yourself in the head after waiting here. You have to catch a shuttle just to get an Uber.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a airport named after me, but Bobby, you're gonna get a bridge.
You're gonna get a bridge, and you're gonna get a son who has
People
a
are gonna
worm.
just run all over you your whole life. I'm gonna fly out of there.
Yeah.
That's
Free
how it
chowder
works.
at Kennedy Airport for everyone.
Free chowder if you know how to run fast enough.
If you're a beautiful blonde woman named Marilyn.
Chowder. This is for all the people that told me I'm gonna cut out the left wing crap. JFK was.
Look, I'm a pilot. If I go down, we're all going down.
It's true. I told
It's
Trevor
true.
this morning if I died tomorrow, keep this podcast going, but mourn me every episode. I wanted to just cut to
And
a
welcome
picture
to
of me.
our R.I.P.
And then,
Troy session.
like a Billy Leotardo, just have a picture of me sitting up there, and they changed the name because they're stupid. That's why.
This is the Troy Cuomo Bridge.
The good Cuomo, the one who did not touch anybody inappropriately or at a nipple ring,
He had an easy pass, but not for women.
not for long. He was Italian. He speaks with his hands.
He always rode in the HOV. He
gonna
was
graze
highly
a kid.
occupied.
Every show we would sing Billie Jean in your honor.
I would appreciate. Don't go around breaking young Parker's hearts. It's crazy that was 4 years ago, and look at us now. Still looking. 2003 was 20 years ago when this came out, and very
21.
Yeah. Wait. What?
well, COVID, and
Yeah.
Oh,
that
we're
was
not
4
counting.
years ago, and then that was like the big thing, and then coming on. This is a response to COVID. This podcast, everyone being locked up.
Oh,
and
I thought you were talking about Venom.
Venom.
And I was
this
like, wow,
book is.
really?
This book is a 9/11 response. That's what I was connecting. it
Okay,
to.
so I guess any like global tragedy on
Those are
whatever
two
level.
big ones I could think of.
Yeah, yeah.
Like things
I
that
could think
shifted
of one
the world. What?
in like the 40s.
Of course, that's where
around
you
for?
went.
I didn't even pick it up.
Should have figured that one.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
That's what I'm saying. Your zingers have gotten much more clever.
Yeah,
Before you would just go, the Holocaust, Jew,
9.
virgin.
And we learned how to listen.
Yeah, we're all learning here. We're all getting better.
Teach us some more about this arc.
Yeah.
Excellent. So the last arc twist. So
I hate when a thing is called what it's going to be, because this
Do
twist
the
was really
twist.
drawn out and wasn't really a twist.
this is Game of Thrones season 8.
Perfect example. And I don't want to shit on the book, but I guess it was just a
I'll shit
lot
on your
that
dick.
didn't exist before or after.
Yeah. Well, you said before we love
I'm sorry.
we love self-contained stories.
Where that came from.
Wait, what did you say? Did you say shit on my hand?
Shit on my dick.
What? We're going back.
go there.
Oh my gosh. Anal.
Yeah.
It's like Sam.
Yeah. It's Joker 2 was really apartheid. we're gonna find out Slater is Tourette's.
No. I found that out months ago. You're streets behind.
About a month ago.
You don't know what's going on. You're a street sensitive.
Shit on my dick.
Someone say shit on my dick.
Yeah.
Like shit on my dick.
Yeah. I mean, I like the shit part, but I really like the dick part.
That'd be great if that Travolta character had Tourette's.
Miscarriage.
Gay Tourette's Travolta? That's amazing. That's a fucking 3-hit.
Did someone say dick? I meant dick. I meant dick. I said shit on my dick.
Suck my dick while I fuck that ass. Hey.
Like go grease lightning and shit on my dick.
Did you say horse dick dot MPEG? Okay, so what happened with that twist?
Someone say twist.
Did someone say twist? I meant my dick.
Did someone say sit on my thumb?
I said bop it, twist it, shove a dick on my ass.
Bop it, spin it, pull it, spin it.
Can you like pull my dick?
You guys have to understand. All you shit on us for going on tangents. This podcast is for me. I love watching Brent do that, and I love watching Slater react to it. Because I'm the one who got to edit the motherfucker before I send it to Diamond.
Yeah, good luck.
It's so hard when your job is comedy. You rarely laugh, not to sound like a dick, but like
don't say dick again. We've out-dicked ourselves.
Say apartheid.
Dick Grayson.
But like I love.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, I'm trying.
Across the table. Even in the house, you can't touch a woman. There we go.
Oh, fuck it. I'm never watching this.
Yes,
again.
as Troy mentioned, this is a comedy podcast. We do have an encyclopedic knowledge of comic books.
He does.
You as well. But the three of us are comedians, and so this is why we did it, so we can riff. So shout out to the people in the Killing Joke episode who defended us, where someone was like, too many impressions, and someone goes, not enough impressions. I'd watch an entire hour of Brent doing a Christopher Walken impression.
Both are true. It's that quote. And I agree. Listen, there's a lot of fair criticism about this show. I'm not crazy about myself.
Yeah. Democratic, Republican, it's still a party.
It's that quote, whether you think you can or you think you can't. You're right.
I concur.
I should say, even on Killing Joke, which was our most negatively reviewed episode, it was still 90% positive reviews. So far. So someone on the Spider-Man Big Time, one of the clips commented about me, because when I mentioned about going to Bronx Science and Northwestern, they go, it's amazing that you can go to incredible schools and go nowhere in life.
Someone said on the Superman clip where I was like, I like True Justice and the Way of Tomorrow way more. They went, shut up, Gen Z lib. I went, I'm in a Superman costume at 8 p.m. on a Monday. You think there's anything you could say that's going to stick to me?
I bet
Butterball. And I also have some bad news for you, Troy. As someone who works in the advertising industry, 96 is considered millennial.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Like,
he's one of us now.
One of us.
I was gonna say, I don't know. When am I supposed? I'm January '96. So that's millennial.
The term for us advertisers is zillennial. So that's the period from 92 to 98.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm right in that range, baby. Yeah.
To
To make you feel better, one comment was like, it was good till the girls started talking and I had to turn it off. I was like, wow.
When was that? Because you usually don't let you get a word until like minute 32.
I know.
Seriously.
I was like, oh, so he got halfway. At least he got his subscription filled.
I asked Brent to do one thing, and by the time I get this question out, he's already done it 4 different times. Hey, you wrote an outline of this book that made me want to go back and read it again. I get to the end of this book today.
He made a PowerPoint.
He made a PowerPoint. I get to the end of the book today, and I almost sent an apology text to you two saying, I'm sorry I made you read this book. But Brent tackles it with such enthusiasm.
Yep.
You felt like you had to have a drink before you got to the end of this arc. Now that you've had your drink, tell us what happens in this book.
It's a great Brando.
Yeah, I can't even, I have a raspy voice and I can't really get that
Brando's not an
low.
easy impression to do. People think it's easy, but it's actually kind of tough. All right, twist. And as a thank you to the person who defended me, I'm gonna do it like this. Bob pretends to be the suit and manipulates Patricia.
Yeah, what happens with Bob there?
So he manipulates Patricia into infiltrating Fury's team. So Bob is enacting his master plan, and because Bob can shapeshift, he tells Patricia, hey, you should just murder all of Fury's team.
Right.
Because we learned Patricia's whole plan for coming to New York is she's trying to kill Eddie. Because she learns Bob's plan is to merge the new suit with Eddie's suit. And if they merge, they're going to kind of reproduce kind of infinitely, and it's going to overtake the Earth. Obviously, that doesn't
That's
happen.
why she wants to go to New
Yeah,
York.
that's why she wants to go to New
She's
York.
like her own atom bomb.
She needs to kill Eddie. That's where Peter gets involved, and Peter starts fighting her.
No.
Yeah, he's no, not. Yeah. Dude, R.I.P. to Dikembe.
Dikembe Mutombo, my dog,
Yeah.
man. I met that guy once at
you?
the Empire State Building when I was in the King Kong suit, and he was that was like an 8-foot tall suit. That dude was still towering over me. I'll
Dude,
never forget
Dikembe's
that.
the man.
He was the best, and so was Pete. Honestly, this is a true hero moment. You know, he still wouldn't let you.
Well, it's like what you say. It's like why we talked about in Ultimate Spidey, like what he did in Ultimatum.
Right.
Eddie has taken Peter through the ringer. Eddie has essentially become Peter's arch nemesis in the 90s and the 2000s, overtaking Norman, overtaking Ock, but he still won't let Patricia kill him.
That threat that he said to him in the book, like, I don't know when we're going to kill you, but we're going to do it. Might be when you're close, but you're not going to be a hero. That's sort of just telling you how haunting Venom is to Spidey. And on top of all that, the scariest thing for Venom to me was Peter's senses never go off. When it's near.
Yeah.
They never, because he was bonded with it. So
Because he was
Spidey
bonded.
senses it, so he can never sense the
Oh,
symbiote.
if you bond, you can't sense?
According to the lore, yeah. It's not a threat to him.
That
because
makes
it was
sense.
part of him, so he never knows when Venom's coming. And sometimes Venom can be invisible.
He's like, oh, you got me pregnant.
Fucks with him, incessantly.
I never
And
know when
Venom
you're
was
coming.
Miles's first villain, and it worked really well when Miles first hit the scene. And it was like the best way to connect Peter Parker into Miles Morales. And anyone that goes toe to toe with Venom, you got to sort of step back and go like, oh shit, who's this guy? Like, who does he team up with as Lethal Protector? Often is it Black Cat?
Oh,
Sable, Silver Sable.
Silver Sable, yes, the mercenary,
Anyone who goes
Eastern
toe-to-toe
European.
with him and knows him on a personal level. Eddie Brock especially is very, like, I always love seeing their relationship.
Eddie Brock is a great character. I mean, he was your favorite character in Spidey Big Time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I gotta get my other hard drive and put it in there to remember that.
She did love Eddie and Spidey big
Yeah.
time. He was an unsung hero.
Yeah,
kept
he was
trying to
anti- he was
save it.
anti-Venom.
He was anti-Venom.
Oh, yes. I did like him a lot. That was a big one too. I'm trying. My
about as
brain
dense
is
as this.
gonna
The
fucking
fight
explode,
between
man.
Peter and Eddie in this
Yes.
is great.
So what happens there?
So what happens is Eddie wants to bond with the new symbiote because Eddie wants the power. He's addicted to the power, so he's trying to tackle.
I'm addicted to Venom.
Sorry,
My ears
he's
will
addicted to the power.
I just got to get a power in every
The
episode.
power. Eddie, that was actually the first walk-in.
was
Was
I was seeing if you were going to remember. That was
Yeah.
our first ever clip.
please God, I don't ask for a lot, but I need you to kill Spy.
30,000 true believers later. We love you guys.
We love you guys.
And one day we'll get through
Christopher
a full
Walken
breakdown.
was the first fan.
Well,
He's
he might not
just
like
so
this
sad.
If
podcast.
he watches this podcast, he's not a fan.
No, I feel like he would like, actually, nope, it all came
Yeah.
back as I said it.
Nobody whose
It's
impressions we
all
do.
You're an
coming
idiot son,
back
dumb
to
fuck that he is.
Yes. If you got any kids, if you did, you would know. I don't like this podcast.
We did talk about his sailboat excursion.
Wait.
Quite often.
Where are you going, Eddie? Someplace
Someplace
exotic? Aquatic?
Who is that, Eddie Bauer?
So read
How does he fuck it up?
So
I'll read
Peter
Richard.
ends up kicking Eddie's ass in a great scene where Peter's like, he goes, Eddie, you don't understand something. He goes, I've always been smarter than you. I'm faster than you.
And then after punches through a wall.
And I'm stronger than
Stronger
you.
than you.
And Peter's like, I'm not going to save you though. He goes, you want to meet Patricia? She's going to try to kill you. It's not my problem anymore, but it's always Peter's problem. So
Yeah.
the FF is holding
Big moment for Peter, though.
big moment for Peter.
Peter never does that. Peter wouldn't let, like, Peter. I love
Peter
Batman
would've
image Peter.
Picked a pipe of pickles.
Peter Piper,
Peter Piper,
Peppers,
Peter
but
Piper,
Venom
Peter
got his
Piper.
powers. I always love a battle damaged Spider-Man when the mask. I love the end of Spider-Man 1, don't get me wrong, but you don't need to show his face to show how fucked he is. And in this book, he just has like a little hair coming out of his mask, and you see a roughed up Spider-Man, and they do it so well in this, they don't even show his face.
Yeah, because he's just like, you know what?
This is just another day for him.
It's just another day. It's like
exhausted.
Logan. Like
Yeah. He goes out to the bar. But it also is an important lesson, I think, for you as a reader to realize, like, okay, where's your point of exhaustion? What's your bandwidth for saving the city?
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, you know what?
Kill you, but I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you.
Yeah, for instance, the way Batman does that, Peter doesn't do that.
Yeah.
Because they go to the Baxter building. Again, Bob ends up kind of releasing Patricia, who's being held there. So Patricia and Eddie meet. The suit, the Agent Smith guy, shows up again. And so Sue, Ben, and Peter stop the suit from killing Eddie because the suit's like, I got to take out Eddie. That's the only way to save the world. And so they kind of put him in a force field. But this does end up killing the the suit. So in trying to save Eddie, they do kind of kill this other guy.
He was willing to go. I would eventually.
Yeah, he
It's got to be
yeah.
like that. Didn't they show a guy being the symbiote in the beginning? He was like, "Kill me."
Yeah,
if
that's
it
true.
doesn't kill you, I mean, you got like 1% battery life, but it can't feel good. It's got to be like what Joe Biden feels like now.
Well, I mean the Agent Smith guy, like the suit, like the robots,
With
the
the
robot,
no eyes?
with
They
no
fucking
eyes.
crawl in
Exactly.
there.
Suits in this book.
I
So
know
creepy.
Gotta go to I borrow a suit.
That's so
My son, he's
gotta look
got an
nice.
interview.
Two mice
Got a new
fall.
Cadillac.
Two mice fall into a
Two
symbiote.
symbiote fall into a vat of milk.
an Eddie Brock.
Yeah, one attaches to Eddie, the other churns itself out and attaches to Patricia. Which suit am I?
Is that fucking Pacino or is that Pacino? Spin fucking image. What happens as a result of this?
So Fury is trying to stop this as well. This is where we learn that Bob is actually Fury's superior, and Bob's like, it's
insane that a nanobot is
so
infiltrated
nuts.
that level of government, and we never get a follow up.
Never gonna fall.
Is
Fury's
that
like
on Marvel?
That's on
Because
Marvel.
This is obviously his concept.
Well, it's on Marvel because, like, so the story ends. This is basically the end of the story where Eddie takes the suit from Patricia, absorbs it. Patricia's left without the suit. Eddie swings away, and it cuts to Bob and Vic and Frankie because there's a clone of Frankie that helps them out. That's not really doesn't. Who cares?
Yeah,
But,
she's self-aware and she's just taking out clones. And
Exactly.
like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you're a clone.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's like Summer in the episode where the demons or where the alien parasites take on forms. Of, And you're like, Summer, I've always loved you. Yep. It just clips it. That's what that Frankie clone was like.
Dude, that's the best episode of Rick and Morty.
Best episode of Rick
She
and
was
Morty.
Pencilvester.
Pencilvester. I can't do this in front of Pencilvester. Morty, do it. I'm reverse giraffe. You know, I got it short on.
Keith David.
Keith David. Gargoyles.
She was trying to.
The clone?
Yeah, or no, someone was trying to like be like, oh, like, are you like a duplicate, basically asking, and then like the scientist, I think it was in the beginning.
Right. Oh, yeah, yeah.
She's
the
like,
thing.
are you human?
With the
Show me
blood,
you're
Bender,
real.
Flexo.
And then he just starts crying.
Yeah,
I
are you
guess.
human? Show
And
me
she's
your
like,
dick.
That'll do. Yeah. Pull your pants
Right,
down.
that's the thing. Yeah, well, that was at Futurama, too. They were
Yeah,
like...
that's right. He starts crying.
Yeah, so is it human emotion? Is that the
Futurama,
giveaway?
The thing with the robots. Remember they go to the robot planet and they're like, what's something that would be optional? A puppy from your sweetie. B, a kiss from your sweetie. C, a non-binary code of robots. And they confer, and then finally they'll go, C, and they go, granted, the puppy would have also been acceptable. Robots. And like that's the most human thing. Like the Jennifer Coolidge commercial where she's like, well, how would I prove I'm not a robot? Like prove you're not a robot right now.
Yeah.
How can you do it?
How?
Emotion.
Yeah.
We're not like you can't clone you.
Pee on me right now.
Pee on me right now. All right. This
That's
Well,
like
I mean, that's
like
the whole-
scary movie with the aliens and they pee out their fingers.
We're
They're
not
like,
so
"Ugh."
different, you and I.
what were you gonna say?
Oh, I say it's like this Peter, like
with the hot-
with
yeah.
Peter and Ben.
Yes. Oh, right. Yeah. And they're able to go off and live separate arcs. Ben Reilly's born like what, a 34-year-old Peter Parker, and then is not Peter because he's not the 34 years of life Peter lived that made him Peter, right? And then that's what sort of works about this ending and doesn't work is like if there was more to serve the characters, I guess it would have been more popular. But there's nothing.
Well, Bob's plan comes into fruition. He goes, Frankie and Vic go, what happens now? He goes, now we wait, but not for long. But nothing happens after this.
21 years.
We don't see Bob again. We don't see Frankie and Vic again, but we do see Patricia.
What happens with Patricia? I didn't know that.
Patricia goes through the ringer. She is, she's basically, she becomes addicted. She becomes like, she was addicted to the suit.
Symbiote,
The
yeah.
symbiote. And so she needs it back. She's like, she can't
Get back
function.
inside me. Been
Yeah,
there.
basically.
Yeah.
And
I think Johnny can relate to that. Huh?
Johnny Rockets. All right.
yeah, like what happens is there's a part in the story where like 10 years later, Flash becomes Agent Venom, who we saw in Spidey Big Time. One of Flash's students ends up getting merged with Mania. That was the suit that we've been following in this, the kind of Jaws suit. So Patricia becomes obsessed with her and tries to take the suit back. And then she ends up getting one of Null's suits and she goes crazy and ends up sacrificing herself to save the new host of Mania. It's all off the rails. But things do not work out well for Patricia.
Yeah, I would have.
Sounds like what's her name in
assumed that.
Daredevil?
Oh, Karen?
Karen.
Yeah.
Nothing
Karen,
works out for any Karen.
that's all we
Karen,
had,
all the coke,
Karen.
You snorted the coke.
Yeah, I was just
Karen,
gonna say,
you ruined
Karen, Goodfellas, Karen, any Karen in the real world and in the fake world, no Karen does any good. They don't
I
end
am
up
being
in a good
patient,
place.
Jimmy. Where's my money? Where's my money?
I want to know. No,
I want to know. I put this whole thing together, Jimmy.
The guy never shut the fuck up. What are you
Put
doing?
this thing together.
Fucking won the car up, you motherfucker. You never did shut the fuck up, did he?
I'm gonna go break in McCulkin's house now.
You know, that wouldn't be such a bad idea. Hey, I'm sorry.
Kidding, I
didn't mean it.
He's here so fucking much, he could be a fucking stool. This guy's at the restaurant. That's
a fucking shame.
I'll go with you. It's a fucking shame, this thing, this blood. What am I asking you? I do a lot of fucking favors for you. I'm trying to bang this Jew broad, and you gonna help me out or not? This is, I think, your 4th Spider-Man comic you've read on this pod.
Yes.
Wow, you transitioned so quickly.
Wait, she didn't read Craven, so third.
Oh, I'm craving a Craven. I'll
Craven.
tell you what.
You should read that just on your own.
Yeah, I could do that. Well, is this you trying to further the subscription for me?
Yeah. Yes.
I had a free trial.
First
Now I
episode, right?
subscribed.
Now's our first one. You're gonna
Craven
love
was?
it.
Craven's
It's based off Dostoevsky.
Can I just listen
Yes.
to the podcast of you guys?
Yeah, you
Weird.
can.
That's
It's
a
still up.
weird
Yeah.
Inception
enjoyable.
moment.
That was we
And
did.
be like, let me listen to these two jerk offs talk about a book I didn't
recorded
read,
that
and
in
then
the
I'll
heat of the
talk about it
summer.
on the other one that I
Your
know
boy
on-
was schwitzing.
for both of those episodes.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I mean, we literally put blood, sweat, and tears.
You
into
started
this
in
pod.
like January.
No, we started.
We
in
had the
summer.
idea in January,
Yeah,
but we
the
didn't
idea in
start
January.
filming until the summer.
Summer, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow, you were sweating that much in January?
Because I started
God
touring,
bless.
and then I couldn't get a schedule done, and then I got a schedule done, and then Brent was very much like a symbiote and bonded with me, and now we got our weekly schedules, and we're a family.
We are secret identity. All three of us together. We are secret identity.
What was your take on this one? Because this is a departure from the others. Like, we read Big Time and
It's the departed.
Ultimate Spider-Man are kind of very, very... They're Spider-Man stories. This is a Venom story. What was your take on it?
Well, I didn't really know that much about Venom previously, to be honest.
Did that make it hard to follow? Or easy?
It definitely made it hard, but I followed. No,
Yeah, I know something about something hard.
Cue Brent, John.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it was interesting to see. I mean, with the time jumping and the setting placement moving around all the time and like
But I
going
come back to
and
3
forth.
weeks earlier when you were still alive, bitch.
Yeah, but now I'm getting used to it. I used to get like whiplash when I was reading these comics, and I feel like every time I'm like, well, there's a lot of jumping around, a lot
Come
of
to me
characters.
like a kid who couldn't spell their own name right, and they're like, Dad, I don't understand. Why is this happening? And I'm like, flip the page, baby. Flip the page. We're gonna
No,
have these
seriously.
things answered.
I have a chronic problem of asking questions like when the answer is about to be revealed, like a minute later, and then I'm like, no, but I need to know. It's like just keep reading.
Well,
I'm
we've
like,
given
I
you
can't.
we've given you
Just
some
keep
trippy comics
reading.
though, like
Just
Mr.
keep-
Miracle.
Yeah, you are the Dory, but you take it every single time.
Yeah.
It's straight.
Yeah.
Mr. Miracle
Well,
was a
I'm
lot.
trying to escape.
The first episode we ever had you on was by accident, and we re-recorded it because you were so good. But it was the Watchmen episode.
Oh yeah.
What did you think?
I liked it. I really like the way I consider this book is it's don't be sad that it's over, be happy that it happened. I didn't love the ending, but I really love the journey.
It's like the Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I didn't love the ending of Dark Knight Rises, but I enjoyed that movie. I really,
Yeah.
I loved the part in Canada with,
Yes.
Yeah.
And I love the fight scene between Bane and Batman.
yeah, exactly.
Part that
Well, you know
works.
the problem I had was that it said that they were 50 miles or something above the Arctic Circle or whatever the fuck in Canada, and then it went to the U.S. and said it was 30 miles above, and I was like, how is the U.S. further north than Canada?
Well, if a train is moving at 60 miles an hour,
How many
and
apples do you have?
Certain parts of the U.S. are more north than Canada, though, because it dips.
No.
Yeah, like
Nope.
Alaska.
Wrong.
yeah, Alaska. But
Wrong, you're wrong.
What about like,
Nope.
like
He's
around the
trying
Great
to
Lakes
tell
and
you
what's bordering
that
like
Canada
Wyoming
is
and all them?
southern.
There was one part where they're in Mesa Verde, New Mexico.
Yes, I said that too.
Right?
Better Call Saul.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought that was the name of the
bank.
The bank, yeah.
Misa thought it said Misa Verde. Misa, what's the show? What
Mesa
Misa
Verde.
doing here?
What a joke!
Mesa Verde, I'm not crazy.
Yes.
Oh, Misa, Better Call Saul. Misa.
all my money at the Mesa Verde
Misa gonna have me in jail longo time. Misa killed DEA agent.
Misa turned into a hobgoblin.
I knew Hank Strader was a DA agent.
Misa proposed we create army. That solve all of your problem.
And then we kill our clone in the wars.
One transgender. Kill him first, sir.
Before people get pissed off.
We're going to kill 11 people in prison.
They do Jar Jar Binks Italian. Because he already is Misa.
You got no idea what it's like being up at the top. You got every fucking idea, every decision you used to make, every facet of every fucking thing you used to do. It's almost too much for Misa to take on sometimes.
The Jar Jar can't open the Jar Jar sauce.
Misa proposed. Misa get a blowjob and $50 so you earn big money in the high roller room.
Yo, what was that about blowing by Jar Jar Binks?
Misa like a decent guy. He used to play big old stereotype. Misa love him longer time.
Misa love the greaser.
Misa love greaser. Misa got chills.
They're multiplying. Misa
I
sad.
always count. You keep it on receipts at the chill.
How are we going to pay last year's rent?
You bought me the leather jacket.
Jacket. 525,600 minutes.
No one think Misa could
You
carry
can't
this
afford
jacket.
rent.
In daylights and sunsets.
Did you see it?
Thank you to our 30,000 true believers who have suffered through us in our 28 episodes. If you want to see us live, we are going to be doing Secret Identity Live November 12th, New York Comedy Festival. Get your tickets in the description below. Thank you for joining us as always on this journey. We are Venom, and we are nothing without you. Venom!
Venom!